Alright, so here's my wonderful desk with the top-down view. We got the good camera on the top-down view, everything. But I added some like little metal detail parts here. This will be metal, these little pieces. This coupling type of thing here will be metal, this flange all the way up here. We're gonna try and make it look like weathered steel. All these little green bedazzled jewels on here are going to be just, silver rivets. But it gives us that shape that we want. Essentially, that's all we're doing when we're making these props is trying to get the shape so that the final product, painted and finished, will look really good. So the first thing I need to do here, I do think I want to add like an additional, almost like a handle down here in the bottom. So we're gonna get that cut out, get that glued up, and maybe make this like a leather handle, make this wood. Yeah, let's get it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is try and get us a nice straight piece about 3.5 inches long. It should work pretty good for what we're doing here. I'm going to mark that 3.5 on both sides. And we're going to set that on our lines and then cut it with the X-Acto knife. Here we go. And this is just a bundle of cheap foam you can get from Walmart. Comes in a package that looks like this. Just an absolute ton of foam sheets. And that's pretty much what I've built this whole thing out of for the most part. Used a little bit of floor mat foam for this part here to kind of get that cone shape. But yeah, for the most part, it's been this kind of cheap foam, which has been somewhat of a fun process to try and find ways to use this stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do here at this point is I'm going to go ahead and apply glue to this thing and to this. So let's go ahead and do that. Get our respirator mask on for safety purposes because I'm not a huge fan of breathing this glue in. We're also going to get some gloves. Alright, we got our gloves here. Gotta make sure we get a nice swig of coffee before we get started. I've got some monitor mounts showing up in the mail today that are going to give me so much more desk space. Alright, let's go ahead and if I can get this open, start applying some glue. I do need to go get some more glue because I'm running low. Running low. This stuff here is Weldwood contact cement. You can pick it up from Walmart, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's, anywhere like that. Typically everybody carries it. But it can run you anywhere between $4 to $8 a can for these little cans. So we're going to go ahead and I noticed there was going to be some overlap, so I'm going to leave like a 1/2 inch gap on this one side, mainly just so I can handle it a little bit better. But we're going to want to get it nice and evenly coated, as thin as we possibly can. The stuff doesn't have to be thick, it just has to be glue on the surface. Now I do have a fan blowing on us here that will make this stuff dry up pretty quick, which is what we want. We want it to be dry, so we're going to let that kind of blow off over here while we get some applied here as well. So I'm going to try and kind of gauge about how far, say about there. Doesn't have to be perfect for this portion of the thing at least. Okay. Oops, I don't mean to keep sticking this thing in my microphone. It's a little awkward to handle. Big old freaking torch. Okay, there we go. Got a nice little coat on there. It's already starting to dry. It dries really quickly on this like light foam. Alright, we'll let it dry and we'll be right back. Alright, it's been a couple minutes here. We're going to go ahead and the way that I'm going to do this is I am going to lay this down here and we're going to try and get it as flat as we can. And I'm going to try and get it right there on the edge. There we go. Lay it down flat. And essentially just roll it up. Roll it up just like this. There we go. And once we get to our edge, I'm going to try and make a nice indent where that overlap is so that I can go through and kind of cut that bit out and then hopefully reattach it nicely and easily. Okay, and if we're lucky, we will get a nice little, not too thick of a crease there. Could have been a little bit better, but you know, still getting good with it there. But nice. Now we have this nice little dude here. And I almost think I want to try and add maybe a small thin piece on the top and the bottom of this here. Boom, boom, just like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, try and add just a little bit of glue. Okay, there's that. Now we just got to put a little bit on this side. We got to always put it on both sides because it is contact adhesive. So it must contact itself on something else, if that makes any sense. Should make sense. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll let this dry. All right, now that that's had time to set up a little bit, we are going to try and apply these. Should be pretty easy. There we go. And give us a little cut here. There we go. One piece down. Just to go. Awesome. All right, I think we are ready to move on to some quick seal work here. Start getting all the cracks and creases filled in, and hopefully move on to paint after that. All right, so before we start putting quick seal on, we're going to take the heat gun and we're just going to kind of heat treat this foam to kind of make it set a little bit more, bring in some of the cracks, burn off some of the little nibbly bits, and seal it a little bit before we start sealing it. So let's get it. Kind of cool. It almost gave us like a kind of a drop down a little bit. I kind of like that a lot, actually. Yeah, I actually kind of like that a lot. Made a little droopy. Yeah, cool. All right, don't freak out, but I kind of screwed up. But I have a really cool idea, so bear with me here. Okay, here goes. This might actually look pretty dope, not gonna lie. Happy accidents, happy little accidents. What happened was those things that I had glued on there, I just ended up not liking them, so I just got rid of them. I didn't like them. Especially after heat gunning it, they definitely did some weird stuff, so. It's the only part on the whole thing that did some weird stuff, so I don't know. Try something a little bit different here. Like I said, I'm not going off of any actual pattern, so I'm kind of just freehanding for the most part, but let's see how this turns out. Alright, let's see how this looks. I think I'm going to heat this up first a little bit. Make it a little bit more malleable. There we go, get a little flimsy, you know, a little flimsy. Okay, here we go. This little overhang will kind of look kind of cool. There we go. Alright, now let's see if I can cut it decently enough here. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Okay, looks kind of cool. Sure, I like it. Dopeness. That gap's a little much, but we'll fix it. It's okay. Might see if I can try and... Nope, it's on there. It's stuck. Can't get it off. Alright, next thing I'm going to do before I start doing quick seal, I think, is I'm going to... God, I'm really not a huge fan of that, but... yeah, I think I'm going to take this off, dang it. Alright, loads of trial and error here, but this has been fun so far working on this thing. But I have kind of a thing here, so let's see. Let's just see if, actually let me heat this up a little bit first. Okay, let's see how this goes. Nice, okay. So far so good. Looks like I'm gonna need to take off some stuff here. I hope that I can do it good enough. Okay, let's get those seams in there packed in. Let's get you guys a little bit of a zoom. Okay, I think we're gonna add a little bit more heat here just to make sure that we can still try to slice off a little bit more, a little bit at a time here. I think maybe a little bit more than that. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too much. Okay, how do I make this cut? Alright, I like that a whole lot better. Might be able to see it better here. But yeah, I like that a whole lot better. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another band to wrap around here, like that, on the bottom part, and another one to wrap up here. Just a real thin band to kind of hide that seam connection part. So let me do that. Alright, I actually decided on this top band that I'm going to use this rounded chisel here, and I'm kind of making like a metal ribbon, I guess, to put around the top part. It seems to be cutting it. I guess we'll find out in a couple seconds when I go to tear it apart, just to add that much more depth and texture to the whole thing. Oh yeah, dude, look at that. Oh, that banger. Look at that. Alright, so now go around the top of this with this. That ought to look pretty dang cool. Oh man, and she's barely gonna fit, so I need to make sure I heat and stretch it a little bit. Might not even need to heat it, just stretch it. Alright, more glue, says me. Do a straight band there. Alright, let's try and attach this puppy. How it goes here. I'm gonna be stretching it as much as I can, all the way around. Okay, so I made it back with a little bit left to spare. Okay, looks like that's gonna seam up almost perfectly, even perfectly on the circle part. That's looking kind of cool. Can't really see it too much. Maybe Maybe up here. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Trust the process. Alright, time for some sealing. So, we're going to take this. We've got a little cup of water. That water's going to help smooth any edges that we have with this stuff. But we're just going to kind of go along this crease here. We're going to try and get as much of this packed in as we possibly can. Down into those cracks. Try and essentially just fill those holes. Really what the main thing that we're doing. Got to get it all packed in there, buddy. It's like birthday cake icing is what it feels like. Okay, alright. I am going to go ahead and do this to the whole entire thing so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me do this. And we will be back. Alright, looks like we got it all dried up. Most of the seams are all filled in. So, what I'm going to do... Actually, I think I might have a little bit more to do here. Might as well do it right? Alright, so after I let all the quick seal dry, I sanded this up. I've got some popsicle sticks with 120, 400, and 800 grit sandpaper on them here. And yeah, they just got the sandpaper on them. Went through, sandpapered all this little shaft right here, started here. And then I went in with the X-Acto knife here. And I just kind of made some scores. And this is probably the best way that I've found to really get a good wood texture. So right here to the side of this knot, you really can't see much. Right about here. If you watch, we'll get the heat gun, and you'll start to see that part really break apart and take shape there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, score it, heat gun it. It'll open up wide enough just to get that wood texture. I'm gonna do the same thing here, and I'll score it. I'll pause the video, score it, and then I'll bring it back with the heat gun. Alright, so I know you probably can't see too well, but I got the scoring done there. The camera to focus. We've got the scoring done there, and yeah, I'm gonna let it rip with the heat gun. There we go. And you'll start to see it start to spread apart there. Look at that, isn't that awesome? Isn't that freaking awesome? That is sweet. So yeah, so we've got wood, leather, and then we're gonna do, I've decided to do wrought iron here with rust and stuff, rust marks on this stuff. So a little bit more kind of detail work here, and then we're on to painting. Alright, this part might seem silly, but I need to hang it, preferably upside down, when I'm doing the next step, which is Plastidip spray paint. Well, not spray paint, but spray Plastidip. So I got this little hook loop thing I built here, and I'm going to attach it to the bottom, some glue, and that will allow me to hang it from my ceiling with some wire. Sweet. Alright, let's do it. Alright, looks like our Plastidip is done. Test stuff called Super. The hell, that's Spanish. Delicate Scotch. Keep it off. Should be fun to see it finish. Okay, there we go. Give it a good 1-2 shake. We're gonna let that dry for a little while. Alrighty, it's dry now. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna use on the table is this acrylic metal paint for all the rivets up top. And then I'll have to put it on hold because I gotta go to the store to get some wood colored. So let's see here, see how this looks. Okay, alright, there we go. Got them all painted. Sweet. Awesome. Well, I'll be back after I go get some paint. Actually, kind of thinking about using this for the leather, or maybe I just leave the leather. So cool. Okay, well, I'm not super good at painting, but we're gonna give it a try. I'll show you what I got here. So I watched a few videos. This is rust, and it's essentially orange and like dark red mixed together with, they wanted to do baking soda, but I picked up a thing of like white sand from the Dollar Tree, and it seems to work really well too. So we've got that. I've got like a kind of a darker brown here for the handle, and then I have a lighter brown here for the wood, and then I also have a rust wash because I want to get some rust going on up here. I don't know how well it's going to turn out, but it's a one-way road, so hopefully it turns out good. There's really not a super easy way to hold this thing, But I think we're just going to get started with the color I want to use for the handle, which is just this kind of dark, almost black brown color. Seems to be looking good so far. Alright, I'm going to get all this leather part painted, and I will be right back. We start on the wood. Alright, so far that bottom here, pretty good so far. Not bad. This color works out for wood. Hopefully, I think it will be. I think it's just different enough than the other brown was used for the handle that'll be able to stand out, and we'll be able to tell a difference here. Alright, we'll be back once this part painted. Alright, so I got my tea light candles, which will be down in like that. Pretty cool. Alright, well, I guess it's time to start trying out this rust look. Too crazy. Painted over top of this stuff. Sporadic and randomly, I guess. Looking rusty. You know, like it's been outside on a castle wall for decades. The plan, at least. We got little clumpy one, I think. Little clumpy clumpies. It's definitely making a mess, which I have quite a mess going already anyway. Alrighty, I'm gonna finish doing this. I'll see you guys when I'm done. Who goes there? Who goes there? Hell yeah. Super cool, dude. Sorry for yelling. Well, I guess that's it, folks. I'm today. Do you like and subscribe? On the next one, catch me on Twitch every day, baby. Different kinds of stuff.